Okay guys, welcome to this training website design using WordPress. Welcome to the second video. In the previous video I told us that I'm going to be showing you how you can clone a website or copy a website the exact way it is, and you'll be able to edit it to your taste. Now a software can only allow us to do that, which is the httrack website copier. Now you are going to download this software to your laptop. So when you download it to your system, you'll be able to make use of it to clone any kind of website. It's going to clone any kind of website, but the only thing is that it will not clone the database of that website, which means it's only going to clone the content, the design, and let's say the front end of the website, but it's not going to clone the main functionality of the website. Now if, let's say for example, you have an e-commerce website and the main purpose is to transact. If you clone that kind of website, it's going to clone the front end and all the content therein, but it will not be able to clone the database, whereby all those functions will take effect. So I believe you understand the what I just said. Now to download this, just go to httrack.com. so once you go to httrack.com, click on the download section. Now let me show you where the download section is. This is the landing page. So click on this download section, go to the download section. Now then just choose the file you want to use. Now if you are using Windows 2000 to Windows 10, you can use the first one. Then preferable, they recommend me to download this because I'm using 64-bit operating system. So basically if you are using 32-bit also, it will still work. Maybe they are going to recommend that here too. So since they recommend me to download this is what I'm going to download, but I'm not going to download it because I already have it on my system. So I'm going to cancel it at this point. So after you have downloaded it, you install it the normal way you install a software on your computer. Now after you have installed the software, all you need to do is you need to open it. Now before that, there might be a website you want to copy or you want to clone. Now you need to get the URL of that website. Now let's assume we have a website like this. Okay, let me just say let me just go to this website. Let me see. Now this is an e-commerce website, so I might want to clone this website. All I just need to do is go to the website. So I'm having this the website URL in the address bar, so I need to copy that URL. I need to copy that website URL. And also this is a blog. I cannot clone a blog because we upload a blog all the time. So it's not ideal for me to clone a blog. Now cloning of websites, it's not every website you see online you need to clone or make use of, because some websites, they are not static websites. You understand? So like a blog, now blog is not a static website. Static website is a site that you don't keep updating it. Do you understand? Now let's show you something like this. Let's say something like this now. Okay, something like this is a static website. Can you see? Nothing will change except the owner of the website change it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Nothing is going to change. It's just going to be static, the same way it was designed. Unlike a blog, it keeps updating time to time. So far the person is updating the blog. So that's the difference between a blog and a static website. So if you want to clone a website, you only need to clone a static website, just like a business website, a corporate website, a portfolio website. But basically you can also clone an e-commerce website, but because you need to be updating product all the time. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be using this e-commerce or online shop to do the tutorial for us. Now what you need to do is come to your home here. Now this is the software we'll be making use of. After installing it, you have something like this. Just double tap on it. So after that, you are going to you'll be having something like this. Click on next. Now you need to know you need to rename what this you need to name your project rather. Now what name should we give it? Let's say clone training. Can you see clone training? Now this is the directory in which your clone website will be cloned or copied. You can change it, but there's no need for you to change it, just leave it that way. Then this is the place for the URL. Now come back to this place and copy what your URL. Now this is where you copy your URL. Just click on here and copy it, Ctrl C. So once you have done that, come back to this place and what paste it. After that, click on next, then click on what finish. Now the time frame of which your site will be copied or in which this site will be cloned depends on the amount of file or how heavier the site is. Now if a site is containing a lot of file and a lot of media properties, it's going to take a longer time compared to the one that is just having few media property and few content. So that's why we need to always wait. You calm down when you are cloning a website. Probably you might just start cloning it and continue with other things. Do you understand? So it's going to take time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I've cloned a website for 30 minutes before. So it depends on the functionality of the website. It depends on what content the website is holding. You understand? So I don't think this should take us more than 5 to 10 minutes. So we just have to wait for it to completely copy. So let's wait for it. I'm going to pause this video because of our time. So you can see that the website is still cloning and we're already at 5 minutes 8 seconds. So like I said, it's going to take up to 10 minutes. Now before then, let us just take an overview of what our cPanel is going to look like. So instead of wasting our time, now let's just go to this my hosting account. Now when I go to the hosting account, I'm going to log in. Now like I said before in the previous video, your site URL combined with what this slash, we have what we call slash cPanel. So that's what is going to give you what. So sorry for that, you just need to log into your cPanel. Let me look for this account though. I don't know where I will find it. But you just need to log into your username and password. It's supposed to just log me in. Sorry for that. Okay, let me just log in through the client area because I can't be looking for the login details up and down. Just log in through the client area. Okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for, so I have it now. So I'll log in successfully. So once I log in successfully, now this is what our cPanel is going to look like. For those of us that have not seen a cPanel before, this is what we call cPanel, the control panel of a hosting account. This is where all your files that will lead to your website is being located. Now this is where you are going to create an email. Now let me explain just two things here. We have email account, we have forwarder. Now this email, you can create an email here, probably a business email like support at your url.com, info at your business name. And I think you understand what I'm trying to say. And when you create that kind of email, you probably will not be checking this part all the time to see maybe someone have sent you an email. So what you just need to do is connect that email that you have created under this account to your normal Gmail account. So that is why we have what email forwarder here. That is why we are having email forwarder. So let me click on it and show us how to do that. Now let's check what we are doing. So we can see that what our site has what complete. No, this is not the file. This is it, clone training. So it has what site mirroring finished. So it has finished cloning. Now to check it, just click on finish, then come back to the home. Let us go back. Click on this computer. Once you click on computer, click on local disk, click on this my website. So once you click on website, just look for what that file. Now we have what clone training. Now let's click on that clone training. Now before you open that file, just open this folder that is having this exact URL address. Now once you open this folder, now this is the folder whereby this is the folder that contains all your content. Now just look for index. Now this index, I'll need to open it using my browser. Open with Chrome. So I need to open it with Chrome. Can you see? Perfect. So you can see that it's exactly the same way it is. Can you see? Everything is moving like the original one. So this is how you can clone a website exactly the same way the original one is. So after that, let me show you how we are going to upload it. Just go back to this folder. Now, having known that this folder is where we have all our content, our file that is leading to our clone website. So just come back this site, right click on it, this folder, right click on it, then click on send to. Once you click on right click on it, then you have send to, then click on what compress. So once you compress it, it's going to compress it to a zip file. Now it is this zip file you are going to upload on our server. So let's see if it has loaded for us. The security token is missing. So let's just so I think this hosting is slow. Let me log into another one because of our time. Let me use that to explain things to us. Now just log in. Now let's see, this is what I'm trying to explain. This email account, now once I click on it and it's open, can see that this one is even more faster than the other one. I think this hosting is having some server issue. So this is it. Can you see? So this is what we have: support. So if you want to create another image, just click on create. Now select the domain name. Now like this hosting, now like I told you before, that in a particular hosting you can have up to 3 websites. Now this hosting is having up to what is already having 3 websites. So you just select the one you want to use as you want to create email for. Then I can say info at what reporthype.com. I'm going to generate a password for it. Then I'll create. So once I create the email account, creating email account, can you see it's already creating an email account for me. Now it has created our email account. Can you see? It has created our email account. Success, you created info. Now this is it, info at reporthype.com. Now if you want to check this email, now just click on this. But it is not every time you'll be coming to your cPanel to check your email box. So to make that easier, that is why we have what email forwarder. Now just come back to your cPanel to add the email forwarder to it. So now this is the email forwarder. Now which of the domain name do you want to forward? This report type. Then add forwarder. So which of the email address? It was info that we created. Just put it here. Now which email address do you want it to go? I'll just I'll just enter my email address. So can you see forward? Now if a message is sent to this info at reporthype.com, the message will be forwarded to this account. So I'll just click on add forwarder. So it has been added. So that is how to create email account and also add a forwarder. Now if I send a message, now let me go to my email account and send a message. You see that it's going to appear. So that's that on that. Then we have the file manager. This file manager is where we are going to be working on. But before that, let me show you around other places. We have the PHP MyAdmin, the MySQL database. Now this is where you create your database, set up your database for use in the PHP MyAdmin site. Now this is where you can add domain. We have the add-on domain. Add-on domain is just like a domain. It's just like an alias. Do you understand? Maybe reporthype.com/news/business/something. So that's what we call add-on domain. Why the normal domain are the domain you want to add. Okay, add-on domain, sorry add-on domain are domain that you want to add to that hosting. Sorry for that. So we have subdomain and add-on domain. Sorry for that. Now this add-on domain, let's click on it. Just trying to show you around before I upload. Now this add-on domain, for example, if you're having a website or a hosting account that can take up to 4 websites. Now I told you that we are going to have a primary domain name. Now that primary domain name is the first domain name. Every other domain name that will come after that, or you'll be adding, is what we call the add-on domain. Then any domain name, any name you'll be attaching to a particular domain name is what we call a subdomain, like what I said, reporthype.com/blog or /news. those are what? Those are subdomain. So I think we understand that. Now let's go to the part where we are going to be uploading our clone website and also edit it. Then we have what? The WordPress. Now just come to this software. We are having what? WordPress. Can you see? We are having what? WordPress. Now this is where we are going to be installing WordPress. In the next video, I'm going to install WordPress and show us how we can what? Create a business and portfolio website. So I've shown you. Then okay, I'm going to show us how we can, after we have installed the WordPress, we are going to be what? Installing plugin and themes. So that is not going to take us much time. Then we go ahead to how to create our business website or portfolio website. Now without wasting much of our time, let's just go ahead and what? Upload our clone website. So once you click on the file manager, it will take you to this point. Now this public_html is where your primary domain name is hiding. That is where you have your primary domain name. While others, now if I click on this public_html, these files are for what? Are for the primary domain name, except for these two, this .com.ng, this .com.ng. They are what? The add-on domain that I added to it. Now let me rename this. This is a subdomain. Let me just rename it to cloning. There's something I want to show us. So I want to upload that file or that folder inside this cloning. Now just open it, upload, click on upload. You can see what I'm doing. Click on upload, then click on select file. Now it will take you to that point. Local disk, my website, clone training. Then this you are not going to upload this file. That's why I zip it. You are going to what? Upload this zip file. This is the one you need to upload, the zip file. Just click on it and what? Open it. Can you see? Without taking much of our time, is going to what? Upload. Just click on this. Now this is how it's going to be. So you need to what? Extract it. Right click on it the way I'm doing. Look for extract, click on extract, then what? Extract files. Now it's going to extract inside this folder now. But before that, it's not going to extract inside this folder. It's going to create its own folder. Let's reload it. Can you see? It has created its own folder. So we just need to what? Open the folder. After we have opened the folder, select everything and what? Click on move. Then we'll move it to what? Remove this folder, then leave this cloning. I hope you understand what I'm doing. So if you don't understand, just ask question. So after we have done that, now we already have those files. Can you see? We already have all the file inside what? Inside this cloning. Let me show you again. Cloning. Can you see? So we already have those files inside this cloning. Now to check it, we need to go to what? We need to go to our URL, reporthype.com. Then we click on what? /cloning and see what we are having. Where is the dashboard? Just click on reporthype.com /cloning. Now the reason why we are using this /cloning, I told you that anything slash is just like a what? Subdomain. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So anything slash is what? Is a subdomain. So that is why we created a subdomain called cloning, then upload what we have cloned so that it will not mix with other files. You see that after I'm done, I'm going to delete it from the server because I don't need it. It's just for the purpose of what? Of this training. Once I hit enter, now it's going to load, and if I did everything very well, it's going to come up. Can you see? It is this clone website is already live. Can you see? It's already live. Can you see? Now it's already live. Everything. Now to edit it, now just go back to what? Go back to that folder, that cloning, then open it. You have all the files. Now locate index.html. Now all this index we don't need them. Just delete them. Don't need them. The only thing we need is this single index.html. Now right click and click on what? Edit. Click on edit again. Now it will take you to a coding part. Now you don't need to worry because you don't know about coding. All you just need to do is what? Look for where you are having this person name or the other things you want to edit. Now one thing about this is that if it is a WordPress design website and you clone it, you are going to have a lot of serious issue editing it. But if it is a site that was developed using HTML and CSS, it's going to be very easy because you just need to locate the CSS file, change it to what you want, locate the HTML content, change it to all you want. Now you can see all these. Now all these are showing because it is what? It is a WordPress website. So that is why it's not always advisable for you to clone a website or a WordPress website, because it's going to be an headache editing it. Now let me just show you what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's go to the top. Now when we go to the top, now there's something we are seeing here. This Dija Business Center is the title. Now this is the title of a website. This is the title of a website. So let me show us what I'm trying to say. Now this is what, sorry, now this is what I'm trying to say. This Dija business, can you see there's something showing here before the report hype.com? That's the title. Now this is it here. Let us change it. So after I have done that, click on save change. Once you have done that, come back here and refresh that page. Let us refresh it. Now we have refreshed it. Can you see Dija business cloning? Can you see that it has successfully edited? Now just what you need to do is to make sure that it is easy for you. Just always look for this, all the content. You can copy it and search for it to know where it is. Now let's come here and click on this search button. Once we click on search button, let's look for this. It's not existing. So you can see what I'm trying to say. Let me go back. Let me copy this. 25% of products. So cloning a WordPress website is always sometimes serious. Can you see? So this is it. Now this is what we have been looking for, and it said is not available. It's showing red. Can you see? Just come here and type what you want to type. Can you see what I did? Can you see? Now let me save it, and once I save it, now I will reload it and see what we're having. So saved. Let me reload that page. Can you see? Hello, welcome to my first clone website. My name is content. Now see that this line is not straight at all and is somehow breaking. That is because of the headings we are using. Okay, we did not even introduce headings. Sorry, just have to put h1. Now that's where the coding comes in, but it's not something serious. Can you see? It's not something serious. Now let's reload it again. Now we'll see the difference now. So I'm going to be ending this class now. In the next class, we are going to be talking about how to install WordPress from the cPanel, then installing plugins and theme from the WordPress admin dashboard. So can you see? Now it has bring out the main color. Then this h1, let us change it to, let's say, h4. This one to h4. So the same thing you're having with the opening tag is what you are going to have with what the closing tag. Now let's save it. I think that is going to reduce it. I want to show you something after this before we call it a day. So who noticed that something happened? It has what the size has reduced. So that's what the h1 to h6 can be used for. Now if you scroll down, there's something I wanted to show us. This place we're having shop now. You know we are having shop now. Now the link is what? This is the link we're having. Now you can change the link there. Do you know why? This is it. This is the link that once you click on shop now, it will take you to this link. Now let's just click on this. Let's this link take us back to what? reporthype.com. Now just put https. Now the reason why you're adding https because this report type is not within this folder, so just add it.com. So let's say that where you are referring to is a file or folder inside this same cloning folder, is within the same directory. You don't need to add a http, just leave it like that and put it. But because it is going outside of the of the folder, you need to add it. So let's save it. So once we save it, let's reload it. Now let us click on shop now and see where it's going to take. Awesome. Can you see? So this is just the perfect way for you to clone any website of your choice and edit it to your taste with just a little coding knowledge. So having said this, we are going to call it a day and round it up at this point. In the next video or in the next class, I'm going to be showing you how to install WordPress from our cPanel. And after we've installed WordPress, we'll head over to WordPress admin to install our plugins and templates which we are going to be using. Now in the next video, I'm going to be giving us a premium plugin that we can use to design any kind of website. So that's why I said you can design any kind of website making use of WordPress within a limited time frame. So thank you. My name is Daniel.